If someone has made a number of New Year's resolutions, it doesn't mean that they will have followed through with any of them. They could think about some, if not all, of the things that they plan to do every now and then, but that could be about as far as it will go. Yet, even if they don't have any New Year's resolutions, there could still be a number of things that they want to do, but don't. What is clear is that unless they take the next step, at least one area of their life is unlikely to change. This might not be the only way in which they turn their back on themselves, as whenever an opportunity heads their way, they could typically push it away. For example, a friend or a family member could ask them if they would like to join them or offer to help them with something, and they could decline their offer. If this hasn't taken place already, there could come a point in time where they will rarely be asked by another if they would like to join them or if they want help with something. Naturally, the people in their life will come to the conclusion that one is not interested in spending time with them. Along with this, when they do start something, they might soon put it to one side and forget about it. This will stop them from being able to make a significant amount of progress and mastering whatever it is that they are learning. What this may show is that they hit a brick wall, or they might just lose interest. Either way, having the inclination to put something to one side and not staying the course is not going to serve them. Based on how they generally behave, their life is not going to be anything like it would be if they were there for themselves. Now, there may be people who have let them down over the years and continue to do so, but they themselves will be the ones who are truly letting them down. Like a dog that has been left outside and is deprived of the food and shelter that they need, they will be depriving themselves of so much. For their life to change, it will be essential for them to look into why they are behaving in this way. If they were to step back and reflect on their life and how they behave, they could find that a big part of them doesn't care about their life or themselves. This part of them will then have given up and lost the will to live. Without the desire to change their life and to be here, it is to be expected that they would behave in this way. There is a chance that they have been this way for most of their life. If they have been this way for as long as they can remember, it could show that their early years were not very nurturing. This may have been a stage of their life when one or both of their parents were not emotionally available. Consequently, when their parents were around, they would have seldom been seen and heard by them, and at other moments, they might have been rejected and abandoned. This would have deprived them of the emotional nutrients that they needed to grow and develop in the right way. And as they were egocentric, how they were treated would have been personalized. They would have then come to believe that the reason they were treated in this way was because they were worthless and unlovable. Still, this would have been more than just an outlook that they developed in their mind. It would have been something that permeated their whole being. How they saw themselves and the world would then have been filtered through this inner state after this point. Ultimately, how they were treated had nothing to do with how worthy or lovable they were or are. It was a reflection of what was going on for their parent or parents. The trouble is that due to how underdeveloped they would have been whilst this was going on, they were unable to realize this. Thanks to what they went through, they would have experienced a lot of pain, and a number of their developmental needs won't have been met. This pain, along with their developmental needs, would have been repressed. So perhaps you are in a position where you often abandon yourself. So you start something and then you put it to one side before long, and people ask you if you would like to do something or provide you with an opportunity and you just say no. And as I've said, this might be due to what took place during your formative years, when this was a time when you were abandoned, your parent or parents were not there for you, and through being treated in this way, you came to believe at the core of your being that you are unlovable and unworthy of life, of having your needs met. And so how you treat yourself as an adult will be a continuation of how you were treated very early on. And as I've said, as you were underdeveloped, you wouldn't have been able to realize that how you were treated was not a reflection of your worth or lovability, and it would have been internalized. But the truth is that you are worthy, you are lovable, and you deserve to be here. You deserve to live a fulfilling life. But you must be there for yourself, because your life matters. And in order for you to know this at the core of your being, you're likely to have a lot of pain to work through. And this is something that can take place with the assistance of a therapist or a healer. But the main thing is that you do what you need to do, even if it's just baby steps, to be there for yourself. It can be something small. It doesn't have to be something big, but just doing something every day so that you are there for yourself, because you deserve, as I've said, to live a fulfilling life. So please don't suffer in silence, and do what you need to do to gradually change your life and to spend more time being there for yourself. If you would like to find out more about the services that I offer, please go to www.oliverjrcooper.co.uk or email me at info@oliverjrcooper.co.uk, and I'm looking forward to assisting you on your journey.